Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of F1 23 Driver Career Mode. I hope you're all having a great day. We're coming off of Mercedes' return to the top step of the podium with Lando Norris's win in the Japanese Grand Prix. Since the last episode, some IRL news has come out. Lewis Hamilton going to Ferrari. All I'm saying is I predicted it correctly here. Now I'm going to take some pride in that one. We roll through into practice here in the Qatar weekend. We're on the Middle East swing that kicks off the final stretch of the season. We have Qatar. Following that, we go to Abu Dhabi, then Saudi Arabia. 3 consecutive night races. And then, of course, following that Middle East swing, we end the season in Brazil. So just 4 races remain. Alex Albon, it's going to take an absolute disaster for him to lose the World Championship. He is going to lock it up here in the coming episodes easily. So yeah, I mean, the championship, probably the most boring championship ending that we've had. However, we have had quite a dramatic season. I feel like, you know, it's been the most boring championship situations, but it's been one of the most dramatic seasons that we've had. And I'm looking forward going into next season because we've finally kind of found our strides here with Red Bull Ford this season. And I think going into next season, I think we are going to be the champion. I'm going to call it, you know, as early as I am now. I think we will win the championship next season, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to win that championship. We won this race last season in a photo finish against, at the time, Aston Martin and Oscar Piastri. I'm hopeful we can win again here now. We've got 3 wins on this season. It's been, you know, a great last half of the season that we've had going here, so it's very exciting. Now, of course, rolling into qualifying, we are keeping an eye on the Connor Sport team. So Connor Sport's making some big upgrades. That was a team in shambles. We thought they might be looking at exiting the sport at the season's end, but things have completely turned around and are looking very good for them now as they continue to find speed. They don't bring any upgrades into this weekend. It is important to note, though, we do have 20 places of grid penalties. So I did change 2 parts, and we will be taking a 20-place grid penalty starting at the back here for this weekend. So fresh parts means we're going to have a lot of speed in this Red Bull car, but obviously the downside is we will be starting at the back. Now, I wanted to still do qualifying, and reason is just simply because I can. Calimere, Jack Doohan there, 11th and 12th as usual, as the 2 Alpines and Yuki Tsunoda there, 13th, 14th, and 15th. Rolling through now into Q number 3 here, through these first few moments now, and we were P10 and Q1, P10 and Q2. I mean, really close to the cars in front of us, but just a couple tenths of a second is making the big difference. Obviously, it doesn't really matter what we do here in qualifying, so I wasn't putting too much emphasis on our pace here, but I still wanted to see, you know, kind of what we had. But usually we know, especially in Qatar as well, we're going to race way better than we qualify, so I'm not too concerned if we end up P10, and that's what it was looking like the case was going to be. We round the final turn down this front straightaway. Hamilton 9th, we go P10. Yeah, I just said nothing in it, so yeah, we'll take it. Albon and Jackson, McLaren front row, nothing new there. They were very close. Drugovich half a tenth off in 3rd. Norris, Russell, Leclerc, Verstappen, Piastri, Hamilton, myself here now for Qatar. But we'll be starting from the back with the parts change and grid penalty. Let's head to the grid.
Welcome back to Qatar and the Lateral International Circuit, a track that has a long history for 2-wheeled motorsport action. But tonight it's the 4 wheels of F1 that are back, and Lewis Hamilton going for another win here. So we're back here in Lateral, and this is the track map. 3.34 miles, 16 turns, and just 1 DRS zone out of turn 16. It's already a fast and flowing track after all. There's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS, though, through the long straight and into turn 1. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Alex Albon leads us away from pole position, and Aiden Jackson completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Drugovich, Norris, Russell, Leclerc, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Mayer, Doohan, Gasly, Ocon, Tsunoda, Sainz, Liam Lawson, Armstrong, Hughes, Joe, and Golden Boy. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Let's talk about Golden Boy. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Ready to roll here from Qatar. We're going to be doing a soft to medium strategy here today that's been really working lately, so we're just going to stick with what's working and what's bringing us some success. Let's get ready to roll.
Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out.
A major diversity in strategy here today from 1st through 20th, all starting on the same compound. Everybody on softs here playing it safe in the Qatar Grand Prix.
As the cars make their way back to the starting grid to form up and get ready for lights out, let's hope the race ahead today is a thrilling one that will go down as a memorable Grand Prix in the history books.
All right, team, starting from the back, we know we got speed. Let's just try to repeat what we did last year.
A good track for us, and the car will be very quick.
We're ready to roll here from Qatar now, and I mean, you talked about it right there. I talked about it, the success that we had last year, winning in that photo finish, and you know, there's no reason we can't go win again here because this car is going to be so quick, and we got that front straightaway, which is long enough to really utilize the advantage of just the additional speed that we're going to have with these new parts in the car. We're ready to race here from Qatar now. It's going to be lights out. We're racing here. The two Williams at the back of the field. That's Joe and Jake Hughes. We are underway though, and up ahead is Zayden Jackson, who's gotten through to the lead. Albon's 3 wide in the middle, around the outside. Drugovich into second. No, actually, hold on, there might have been a bit of contact right there between him and Norris actually, he's going to be able to get second on the exit of the left-hander right there. So into second, third for Drugovich. Now you can see Russell side by side with, I believe that's Charles Leclerc right there. I can't quite tell if that's him or Piastri. It looks like Leclerc from here as he's going to go around the outside. So Albon, your championship leader, settles down in fourth right behind our teammate. I'm 3 wide of the background there. You can see me going up the inside into the hairpin. That's Carlos Sainz, who's been compromised in the background. 3 wide in the middle in that BMW now. Speaking of BMW, Sainz teammate Yuki Tsunoda just in front of us. Then the pair of Alpines of Gasly and Ocon, 13th and 12th. The team that started the season as kind of that team that we knew could pick up points when one of the top 5 teams had a rough day, but obviously that's transitioned now into Connor Sport being that team as they have made some significant upgrades recently here. Now you can see the top straight line speed wasn't quite as strong as I expected it to be, actually having to pull back in line there and get that slipstream with the ERS being on overtake as well, but we got the job done on Tsunoda, and now into the hairpin up the inside of the Alpine of Pierre Gasly, and look it up ahead here. You can see as we come to the end of lap 2, sure enough, our teammate of Drugovich is coming into the pits. You can see a major gap between second and third on the track map, and that was because Drugovich in fact did have wing damage, so he's in getting a brand new front wing as we're going to go on this run towards turn 1 on the inside of Ocon. We'll pass him as we're still wheel to wheel briefly, but give him the space there, but we still get the job done. They're side by side in front of us. That's Hamilton going for an overtake on Jack Doohan. Here's a look at the damage Drugovich picked up right there. That was the very opening corner, very opening lap right there as he was had that contact with Lando Norris. An unfortunate start for our teammate. Never say never. Could be some safety cars that bring him back into this, but right now he is way behind. Our move forward continues. How about Connor Sport tonight? Under the lights here in Qatar, and they are holding pace for the most part. They're able to latch on to this DRS train and you know, actually stay in the mix, in the picture, so don't write them off totally here tonight now, but we go through into the points, passing the rookie of Jack Doohan, who doesn't even have 10 races under his belt here in Formula 1, but has been doing really a superb job, and you couldn't have come into Formula 1 at a more perfect time if you're Jack Doohan, with this team continuing to improve after Devin Butler's departure, of course, with the ear injury that's taken him out for really the rest of his career. Around the outside of Hamilton here, going for an aggressive move now on the future IRL Ferrari driver. Job done. Ferrari not looking quick tonight. 7th for Verstappen, down to 10th for Hamilton. He hasn't even been able to pass the Connor Sport car. Calimere running in P8 right now, having a solid run. You can see just a little bit of a gap between her and Verstappen. That Connor Sport can't quite keep up there, but there's enough pace to just stay, you know, in the picture here. But here we go on the exit of the left-hander. We'll look to the left side of Mare, but this is just not a series of corners where we really want to go for an overtake, so we stay put for now. All about patience, because I'm realizing how quick of a car we have, and it wouldn't be until turn 1 where we go for the overtake there up the inside, and job well done. Mayer slips in behind us there, hangs on to that 9th position in front of Lewis Hamilton, and we would very quickly start to close in on Verstappen. Looking at the track map, 3rd and 4th of Albon and Russell have broken away, and then the 2 Trackhouse cars are trying to break away from 5th and 6th here as well, and then you got Verstappen and myself. A move up the inside of the Dutchman into turn 1. We've of course had our run-ins with Verstappen this season, but we've just tried to move on from everything that happened in Monaco and all the drama that came after that in the following week, but we have continued to been able to move forward here. A little bit of oversteer on the exit of the hairpin, but we continue on, and now the hunt is on for the Trackhouse machines. Charles Leclerc, Oscar Piastri just in front, that gap coming down significantly here as these laps go on. Our pit window does not open for another 4 laps or so, about lap 12, so nothing to really think on when it comes to that yet here now, but right to the back of Leclerc to start lap 9. Look at this move there. He goes deep into the corner, actually, but a contact right there. Leclerc kind of took a swipe at us. Don't think that was on purpose. I actually get the warning for that. I don't think I did anything wrong there, but it was really no harm, no foul. It was very, very light contact. I didn't even feel it in the wheel. It was that light, but we would pass him, and now we run down his teammate of Oscar Piastri. Trackhouse looking decent tonight, not as strong as the team that they bought out, Aston Martin, did last season when Piastri was trying to win that race, but we passed him on this straightaway right here on the final lap. Basically exactly shades of last season right here on Piastri, and the finish was about that close actually, so maybe a bit of deja vu for not only myself but Oscar as well as we go through in this Red Bull Ford, and we will take another position. We have been absolutely moving. The question is now, can we run down the cars that are broken away? We're up into P5. Russell, however, 3.8 seconds up the road, as immediately I do see we are gaining, so we know we can get there. How long is it going to take? We could as well maybe go for a short pit strategy, try the undercut. We would gain a bunch of time here on lap 10, down to 3.2 seconds already to George Russell. Albon 3.9 ahead. We are absolutely flying. We have got a very realistic chance to not win this race because the engine has failed. Are you kidding me, man? We were going to win this race.
Sorry, mate. Pull off the track here. Night over. Hold on. Keep going. We can't pull off there. We need to go further.
I just got hit, dude. I just got hit.
Yep, that was Verstappen. Find a safe spot on the left immediately.
Safety car deployed. Verstappen's night over. This is about to get spicy, as you could imagine. Verstappen is absolutely livid.
What the f, man? I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. Holy f, that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Car is destroyed.
You hear his reaction. It's not over yet.
We need to report to the stewards immediately, mate.
On my way.
Gary, what the f was that?
Dude, I had Mark in my ear telling me so many things at once. I just completely disregarded what was happening around me.
You destroyed Max's car and put others in danger with that move. You're getting penalty points for sure, but a race ban is very much on the table for that stunt.
Excuse me? After that stunt Max pulled in Monaco taking Gary out, you gave him a slap on the wrist. Now you're threatening a race ban on my driver? I don't think so. We'll gladly protest Monaco and cause more problems for you.
All right, get out of my office, you two. A lot needs to be discussed. We'll be in touch.
So with that, the race set... What in the world? Jack Doohan wins in Qatar, and not only that, there's a second Connor Sport on the podium, Kelly Mayer on the podium as well, which that's history made, the first female on a podium in Formula 1, but the rookie with less than 10 race experience, Jack Doohan, has won. What in the world happened while we were gone, getting absolutely ripped apart by the stewards there, and a race ban is very much possible, but I am very confused as to what has happened here, as Jack Doohan, Kelly Mayer on podium, Hamilton in second, splitting the two drivers. What in the world has happened here? As well, a very brief clip from Max Verstappen talking to Natalie Pinkham.
Max, what do you think needs to happen to Owen after that move?
A race ban, easily. He pulled in front of me on purpose. He's still mad about Monaco. It's game on now.
You hear Verstappen's reaction there. And you see the podium celebrations. How about Connor Sport? I mean, they get their first podium and their first win. I don't know what happened. Alpine's in the points. Lawson's in the points for Alfa Romeo. Haas, Carlos Sainz, Yuki Tsunoda for BMW. One of the Williams was Zhou Guanyu. What in the world happened? Aiden Jackson's down there. Albon's down in 17th. The last finisher. So confused. I went into the race director after just out of confusion to try and understand what happened, and I really couldn't make sense of it. Nothing on there really tells me the story. I have no idea what happened. Something with the DNF and the simulation got whacked. That's the most baffling ending I've ever seen, on top of all the drama and controversy that is struck suddenly in this episode, and we'll find our future out going into Abu Dhabi in the next episode, where I'll see you guys then, and we'll understand what the situation is for us here and at Red Bull Ford. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.